You need work. You need purpose. Especially if you have a job. I put you need work, you need purpose, because there's a lot of celebrities, even like even well, really just most, if not everybody, they have this idea that working and having a job, which is cool. You know, if you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta do what you gotta do. But that having that job is a purpose that they have. It's not a purpose at all. It's work. You need work and purpose, and I see that that's where people get it pretty wrong. Is that they have a 9 to 5, they do what they do every day, but they don't have much outside of that, so they make the money and don't really have a reason to have it, a purpose for it, like somewhere to put it. Continually make it work for itself, type thing. You know, these people go into these just like I spoke about the whole athletes and boxers thing. They go into this depression. They have all this anxiety. They never caught up with the all the stuff they had to deal with and the traumas and things like that. They grow up thinking that the only thing they need to do to fulfill themselves and be happy is to get a job, make some money, so they can then provide for their family. It's very true they need to do this. This is true. You need to do things like that because, of course, what else do you do? The thing I'm seeing is that the people then have no direction on where to go next. And that's why I said, like in the last one, is very important. One of the last ones, to uh, not really get yourself caught up in having a 9 to 5. Even if you have a 9 to 5, people put all their time and effort, mental abilities into that 9 to 5, and not into something to do that they really like to do. You know, or they're neglectful to their dreams, to their passions, and they never get a chance to really like fully go for it because they most likely have other work to do. But I want to stay on the work and purpose because, like I say, you have a celebrity, like we see them, and they have all this money. You know, they have all the fame. They make it to the top. They put in all the hard work to be who they are today that we see. And but the interesting thing is that we also see how miserable they are, how turmoil their life is. They don't, you know, they're never really happy with what they've accumulated, what they get, you know, what they've come up with. And again, it's this whole thing, like these people aren't, like it's the reverse opposite thing of whatever. It's like these people are the idea of what everyone else is looking up to. Meanwhile, on the, you know, on the over here side of it, where everybody else is that are not celebrities, they're already kind of like living that lifestyle where most people already are addicted, you know, to drug addicts. You know, most people are already full of anxiety and things like that. They're already full of pressure trying to just make it to the space where somebody's already at. And it's only the only difference of, you know, where they're at and where you're at is their life is 10 times crazier, 10 times harder, 10 times worse than what you got to deal with. It's multiplied times a hell of a lot more than whatever you think you got going on in your life. And it ain't much different because you still got people coming after you, People need money from you. People need, you know what I'm saying? People still gossip about you. People still want to be all up in your business and need to know little things about you so they can one day get over on you, do better than you, beat you. You know, people are always competing against each other. And I see it as being that they don't really have much of a purpose in life. So you see all the celebrities dancing on, all the platforms and stuff, and they on whatever they own, still trying to block out all the crap that they tried to run away from before they started, before they got to the fame and the money and the things that they got today. That should be wild as hell today if you really look at it. It don't really, like, nothing really changes other than their looks and their music catalog. They just become more of what they already were. It's like there's no real fix. It's not like the fame, the money, and all the accolades and the people ever just, nobody comes along and actually tells. Most of the time, that there's more yes men and women next to them. More people come just to say yes, just to get something from them. I don't, there's no difference to me when I see a celebrity and a person struggling to make it out of that position, or at least have the money, funds, security, or whatever the case may be, as if they were in that position. And the thing about it, like I say, is just like at the top, there's no purpose. Just like at the bottom, people don't ever look to find a purpose because they don't think that they need one other than what they see other people doing. They're only gonna do what they do, not what the person that's watching on TV, that's watching the TV, needs to do. They're just gonna kind of, go through the motions of what they see. Those people aren't happy. Those people ain't cool. In fact, they're the most uncool motherfuckers out here. Because, they're still literally just doing this for your attention. So they're still just cloud chasing. They're still just trying to fill themselves up spiritually with things that will never satisfy them, demon. Not to say they are, but a lot of the things they're doing are more for lower desired feelings, emotions, thought patterns. All of those things are just like I said with the magic thing, right? Even though you may not be going hoobity doobity, witchcraft, magic, you putting yourself in a position to be used, because now a parasite is attached to you. You are now a host to something else, right? These things are how life plays out. It makes you what you read about in Bibles and folklore and things like this. It's your actions and your reactions. It's life. It's here. Fairies, you name it. Demons, ogres, orcs, warlocks, witches, vampires, all that's real. When you decipher, just like there's whales, there's pigs. Those are one of the easiest ones. You can put as much makeup on a pig as you want, type deal. Like, it still is what it is. You hear people, you eat like a pig. Keep that. That's perfect right there. Use that for everybody else, and realize vampires, warlocks, all that's real. Snakes, people are snakes. Don't move past it. People are rats. They will take on that image. They will literally look like what we're trying to break down, and all of these people are real. The jokers, jesters, everybody's out here. Magic is totally real. Witchcraft, real. It's just having a different perception and perspective on it. It's all about how you choose to angle it, look at it. You know what I'm saying? But it's sometimes it's difficult for people to map it out in their head first of what this life is, and not just, oh, everybody's cool, everybody's a human, everybody's no, wrong. No, there's an energy signature behind every person on this planet. There's NPCs on this planet where literally you say that and you're like, well, what? You ask these people serious questions, you really try to get their mind going, they will do if anything, because they're so rooted in the system of what has been built to today. Not NPCs, as these people, they have their own minds for the most part. They can kind of do what they want to do, you know. But for the most part, these people fight you tooth and nail to hold on to what they know to be true, you know. If they already have an idea of what life really is, they're not gonna go past that. And if anything, like I said, they're gonna feel disrespected, and they're gonna want. I'm just saying, you know, they're gonna feel defensive. If anything, they're not gonna be cool about you testing their beliefs, than what they think they know. You know, like these people are rooted. They don't know that there's more to life than just living it. Like there's people out here doing things that we must overcome. So you know, but these people still don't have a purpose for their mind, for their souls. You know, all that stuff, for their body, for their you know, to relax themselves. They go through the motions and just live through anxiety and things like that. You know, they don't find a thing for them to really do to relax all this, to, you know, not have the chakra so muddy or so, you know, dim, or maybe too overworked in certain areas and like that. But you know, they don't look for the balance to be able to have that balance through all of the things, for them to, you know, be cool with all of the things. So these are the things that I see, the traits that, you know, the personality traits and things like that that play out, that make up a person to be. Are you an angel, meaning your perspective is in more the light of following God, waking people up, making sure that things that we know are not cool as a society don't continue to go on unchecked. Whether we speak on men, women, politics, religion, education, business, entertainment, or we speak on the detriment of, you know, people at the bottom, or over here, I like to say, you know, people on the streets, people that are destitute, people that, you know, their mind is completely taken, you know. So when we say demons, you know, we don't necessarily mean, you know, pitchfork, little tail, people running around. But you know what I'm saying? That's real. Because you, like, I was watching this one little video, like people at the gas station, right? And it's like those people are a prime example of what I'm getting at. They have no purpose. Keep it simple. Think about it like that. They have no purpose. They have no purpose being there. They have no purpose within the place they're in. Like, okay, you're there. You know, you don't even need to be at that gas station doing what you're doing anyway. You know, you could take whatever issue you got and go anywhere else away from people that ain't trying to live, whatever. Like, you, misery loves company. So these people have to have an audience, a crowd, somebody to see that, look, this is what I do. This is like everything that people do must be shown the light in some way. You know, how they say, every lie, whatever, uh, fairy tale has some truth in it. Every, whatever. Everybody's gonna show parts of them, no matter how much they try to hide it. And everything, if they try to hide it, they show it more. These people are literally having to. They can't help it. They have to show you that this is who they are. We're demonic entities, energies, people that are, holding up a gas station or whatever they're doing, trying to fight each other, but not mature enough to be men enough to take that shit somewhere goddamn else. Like, that shit is like weird to me. So they have to show that who they are. And so, like I said in the video, the dudes pull up and they're like, "Oh, this is a good neighborhood." I think they were being sarcastic or something. But this is a good neighborhood. And then he like looks, and like 2, 3, 4, however many people, like dudes, all like with their guns, and like, "Oh, he's got, he got, and they're just like, "No, we got to get up out of here." You know what I'm saying? And it's like, because they're essentially just the whole video, because it was stitched with another woman saying how like, you just got to be mindful of, your gas consumption, make sure you never ride on E. You can really map out where you're going before you sit and actually pump that gas, because you never know what situation might come out. You need to know what place you're in and things like that. But these people were just sitting here and had no purpose being in the place they were at, ready to put an innocent life in danger easily, just for no reason. What else could it possibly be? What else would you define them as? That's their perspective in this life. They think they're living their life, protecting their family, doing what they need to do. But in the grand scheme of things, that is nowhere near the truth. These people are being demons. They're carrying out demonic traits, actions. It's about as simple as it gets, because we don't approve of what we see. We don't want. Why are we having to pull off? Why are you here at this gas station where people are just supposed to be, get their stuff and bounce? It's, you can't pass up that people are who they are, or not, check in and see that, like I said, parasites and leeches and all those, whales, people that always need to like have like a big money, this, that, and the third, like sharks are real, you know what I'm saying? Like all of it. So be mindful of who you're around and what place you set yourself in. So yeah, just that's why I can see how important it is that even if you're not making money, because that's the biggest thing that I have to put out there, is that even if you're not making money, it is important that you continue to make sure that you are on your toes when it comes to your purpose. You may not work, but that purpose will give you work. So, above all, purpose is important. Cultivating your mind is important to know what a purpose is for you. You see these celebrities, like I say, they got all the money. They did all the stuff to get to the point they needed to, get to this point of fame, and whatever sacrifices they needed to do to get to that point. And they're still incredibly unhappy. So check in on them.